talk about the limitations of the unemployment rate. Unemployment rate does not account for marginally attached workers, discouraged workers, and underemployed workers. So what are those? Marginally attached workers are people not in the labor force who are available for a job and have looked for a job in the past year, but not in the 4-week period for unemployment. So they're counted as not in the labor force. Discouraged workers, as you can see in the name, are marginally attached workers who aren't looking for a job because they believe there are no jobs available for them in which they qualify for. Underemployed workers are people who are either working less than they would like to, so they want to work full time, but they're forced to work part time by their boss or whatever reason, or they're in a job below their skill level. For instance, if they had an engineering degree, but they are working for Starbucks. These people are counted as employed. So this shows that the unemployment rate may understate the effect of a recession. So to get a better picture of the labor market, the BLS now calculates the following with the 6 measures of unemployment, U1 through U6. So let's define those. U1 is the percentage of the labor market unemployed 15 weeks or longer. U2 is the percentage of labor force who lost their jobs or completed temporary work. Temporary work just means that it's not like full on going, it could be a seasonal thing. U3 is the official unemployment rate per the ILO definition, which means that they have been looking for a job in the past 4-week period. U4 is just U3, so the normal unemployment rate, including discouraged workers that we covered. U5 is U4 plus marginally attached workers, and U6 is U5 plus part-time workers who want to work full-time but cannot due to economic reasons, and that is essentially underemployed workers. So let's do a practice problem, starting with A. An unemployed lawyer tries unsuccessfully for several months to find work in his field. He finally takes a part-time job as a waiter. So this unemployed lawyer goes from unemployed to underemployed. So in that case, U3 will decrease because he is now employed. However, since he is still underemployed, U6 will stay the same. The labor force participation rate will stay the same because labor force participation accounts for unemployed and employed. It's going to be, due to slow orders, a machinist at an appliance factory has his hours cut to 25 hours per week. So he is employed to underemployed, which means that unemployment, U3, will stay the same. U6 will increase because he is now underemployed, and the labor participation rate will stay the same because his employment status through the scope of the labor force participation rate hasn't changed. C, after several months of unsuccessful job searches, an unemployed carpenter gives up looking for work. So this unemployed carpenter went from unemployed and he went to discouraged. So in that case, since he is no longer unemployed, U3 will decrease and U6 will stay the same because U6 accounts for unemployed and discouraged, so swapping between the two does not change U6. However, discouraged workers are not part of the labor force participation rate because they have not searched for a job in the past 4-week period, so the rate will decrease. An unemployed painter has been hunting for a job, but this month he did not actively look for work because his truck broke down. So he went from unemployed to marginally attached. So in that case, U3 will go down and U6 will stay the same because, like I said in the previous example, U6 does account for both unemployment and the three types of workers we talked about earlier. But the labor force participation rate will decrease because he has not been searching for a job actively in that past 4-week period. Last one, E, a full-time college student graduates and unsuccessfully searches for a job. Okay, so the full-time college student was not part of the labor force participation rate, and now he is actively searching for a job. So U3 will increase because he is now part of the labor force and he is unemployed in the past month. U6 will increase because unemployment is part of U6, and the labor force participation rate will increase because he is now searching for a job.